The Oval, Oneonta's finest voices, spreading knowledge, inspiration, and awareness to the campus at large, with a splash of campus entertainment and entertainment news. Where could you go wrong? This is The Oval.
Hey, and welcome to episode 4 of The Oval. Tonight we're going to talk about everything from politics to entertainment news. But first, what's new this week, you guys?
So one of my favorite artists came out with a new album today. Rex Orange County dropped his third album. It's called Pony. I've only listened to a little bit of it with my roommate, but I plan on getting through it later, and I'm really excited about it. I love Rex Orange County.
Yeah, he's great.
His voice is fantastic.
Yeah, really amazing.
Yeah.
And
he's 21.
Yeah, no, he's young. He's super young.
21. It's his third album. Unbelievable.
Is this guy like relatively new though? Because
he's pretty.
He's kind of, and he's undercover too, right?
Yeah.
Like not
he's
undercover,
on
but underground. I meant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's coming up. Like I tried to buy tickets to see him, and it was minimum like $175.
Ooh,
so he's coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm not going either. But whatever.
Yeah.
But not to be a downer, but this is like real serious. There's this man called, his name is Rodney Reed. He's from Texas, and there was like this murder, rape thing that happened in 1996, and he's on death row for it. But the activist, Sean King, have you heard of him?
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
He's created a petition to get him off of death row, like an appeal, since there was no DNA evidence that was linked to him besides of like consensual. But that's pretty like, you know?
Yeah, wasn't he was in like a consensual relationship with the girl, right? But there was no, like, didn't his alibi not even correlate with like, like there was no basis.
Yeah,
I heard about that. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but like I know like they're trying to get Kim Kardashian like to talk to like the Texas government about it or whatever. And I've heard some people say that like Texas doesn't want a lawsuit, so they're not gonna release him. I didn't understand what that means.
Yeah, I didn't delve too deep into it, but it's I don't know, it's like a weird story. They said her fiance was the one that actually killed her, but like the DNA evidence from that time isn't like substantiating what's really happening. So I'm just like waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So corrupt. What about you, Bhanu?
What about me? Let's see. Recently, at the start of the year, there was a whole skirmish from the commuters and residents about the parking issues that happened on campus. And only recently has there just come a new email from the president of SUCO that says, we figured some things out, we've moved some things around, or, we've decided to move a couple of different spots around, like expanding the commuter lot in the Hunt Union parking lot, where all of it had been taken away and a lot of it had been given to faculty. So that's just like one of the small changes that they have proposed. They said they're going to do that in the break in between fall and spring semester. And so when we come back in the spring, it should be a little different, and they're going to see how that works out. And I think it'll be good. It seems like from the email that they sent, it took into account like a lot of the things that students voiced at the student forum that they had to ask about like what we should do about the parking. So all goes well. I'm really hoping that it works out because I'm still a commuter and I still have one more semester to keep driving around. So
so you do drive.
Yeah,
because I've heard you talk about it a lot.
Yeah, so at the start of this semester it was kind of like troublesome and getting used to the changes, and like so if they find a way to kind of fix it in the best of both worlds kind of thing, so be it. I'm excited to see. Yeah.
All right, guys, we have to take a short break, but we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're here with our political host, Tavon. So what do you have for us tonight?
All right, so we are at risk for another potential government shutdown, which may occur in 17 days. November 21st is the deadline. As you all know, the last government shutdown lasted 35 days, was the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, and it cost over 300,000 of federal workers, to be out of work, and a good portion of those workers still had to go to work. They just couldn't get paid. So what are your thoughts about that? And President Trump did say yesterday that he toyed around with the idea a bit about just letting the government shut down. So.
Well, it's exciting, huh? It's exciting. I think it sucks.
I just don't understand. First of all, what does this depend on? Like,
From my understanding of it, I think they're trying to plan a budget. I think, don't quote me on that because I haven't really looked that far into it, but I do know he's toying what they 11 shut down because, as you know, they're pursuing impeachment proceedings against him. So, you know, he's petty. He's a petty person.
Yeah.
You read my mind. I was, oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was saying, like, he's really toying around with his government because he has the power to. He seems very reactionary and impulsive. Like, just because he has the power to do it, he'll do it, no matter who's at risk or what's at risk, you know? Yeah. So I feel like the basis of the shutdown isn't really, like, a tangible thing, or, like, I don't understand it either. So it's just like, oh, let's see what happens kind of thing.
If it shut down, if it shuts down, I believe this would be the third shutdown in his presidency term or whatever. And he's been in office for 3 years, so that means it would have shut down every year he's been in office.
Basically. And the kind of thing is like, President Obama also had a shutdown, but that's because there was an unwillingness of the House and the Senate to kind of work on Obamacare when they were trying to get that passed and get the budget for that. Versus, since then, Trump's case is that it was things for like the border wall and for something like this, and he's just being petty and just kind of using thousands of people's lives, federal workers' lives, and their pays to kind of just, have a back and forth and just try and make a point. And it sucks, like we can't keep doing this, and we certainly can't afford to keep doing this. It sucks. I'm just gonna keep saying it sucks.
I just think that it's not just him who's involved in the shutdown. Like it's not all on him. It's just the fact that I always talk about this. Like it's just so polarized politically that I feel like no matter what the guy tries to do and vice versa, like what the Democrats try to do against him, it's just not gonna work because no one listens to anyone anymore. The House, everyone just is against everyone when it comes to the right and the left. I mean, it's super unfair that people have to lose out on money, people with families, especially around the holiday season, like November 21st, like you said, when everyone's trying to get that extra couple of dollars to spend money on, their kids and stuff. It's super frustrating. I just wish that people could just sit down and have a conversation and they could maybe figure the budget out like a politician should do, unfortunately, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
Yeah, it just sucks that every year it's always around the same time too, because last year I think it shut down a week before not Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it went well into the new year, to what I forgot the exact date, but it was the middle of January it went into, and it caused a lot of things to back up, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's unfair. I don't see what it's going to accomplish besides, I guess, what is it going to do? Bully people into China? Exactly. I don't understand. But thank you for that, Dovonne. We'll be right back after we take another break. Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with our entertainment host, Jada. So, what's the tea this week?
So, I have some terrible news to report to you guys. But the entertainment industry says goodbye to John Witherspoon. Yes, he died October 29th. That's Tuesday. Yeah, at 77 at his home in Sherman Oaks, California. And we talking about Friday. We talking about Pops. We talking about Grandpa, the Boondocks, everything. Right. So this kind of has shaken the industry up a little bit, especially the Wayans brothers. They were this close to him, especially on the sitcom, because he played Pops. He was a lot of father figure. Yeah. And I'm just in disbelief because he's very funny. He was a comedian. He was an actor, and I feel like he taught lessons, especially in the Friday movies. He played Ice Cube's dad. Like I said, he that father figure. So this I don't know, the whole entertainment industry is just in such disbelief. But 77, that's pretty young.
Yeah, I think that's true too.
And nobody knows how or why he passed away. It's just, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know. Do y'all know who he is?
I knew of him.
I knew of him from his character in the Boondocks. Yeah, and it was
okay.
And so so I used to watch a little bit of that on Adult Swim late night, and stuff. So when I read that was him, I'm like, I felt awful because
no shade, he's a black icon.
He's
all the black movies and the black TV show.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like some actors are just like larger than life, so it's like we feel like they'll live on forever, and when they do pass, it's like you weren't expecting it because they've been around for so long and they had these staple roles in black culture and like entertainment culture. So it's like he died.
But think about it, like he's not somebody that's not. I'm not gonna say he's not big, but he's not somebody that's like talked about a lot. Yeah. But I think that's what makes him more like
I agree with that.
Because you know, it's like they were like, damn, like this is somebody that's the voice of Grandpa and the Boondocks. It's like all I hear is John with the spoon. Like you was in Soul Plane, acting like the blind man, touching women's booties and stuff. So it's like it's just we just know him for that role, and I mean like I think he will be missed. He definitely will be missed because every time I'm gonna like watch a whole episode of the Boondocks now just because of him. Like I just hope they better not replace him with nobody like in the show because I heard the Boondocks supposed to be coming back.
They are coming back.
Yeah, so you know, like it's hard, especially when you want to make reboots and recast stuff like that. So I'm just in disbelief that it happened.
So what do you think? You think they should like kill off the character or something? Or how do you think that should go?
I don't know.
Can't they like reuse the voice?
They could do that. They could do that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If they find someone like almost exactly the same, but even then, it's kind of hard to replicate exactly everything that John Witherspoon was probably doing with that character.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I know BET gonna probably play Friday like a bunch of times. You know, like
on repeat.
Yeah, on repeat over and over and over, or like they're gonna do like a whole shit like John Witherspoon.
Yeah, probably.
And I think it's good that the networks do stuff like that because I feel like it's important that people know who he is.
But isn't it crazy how all these like great stars are only recognized in death when they were alive? They weren't recognized before,
or that they get recognized way more. You know, once they die, it's like, oh, well, now let's take a look at all the things that they've done, and it's like, well, I wish there was maybe a chance to do that for maybe him and maybe other actors way before they, do pass or something.
But I appreciate actors like that because even though like he's not an Academy Award winner, he's so like people are gonna remember him for the roles that he played on television and the roles that he played in film. And I feel like those are the best actors. Cause they always talk about how Jackie Chan don't got a Emmy or how Leonardo DiCaprio didn't have one and now he has one. But I feel like people always remember you for the roles that you play, and I feel like that's way more important than some trophy or some whatever Golden Globe or whatever that they get. So that's all.
It takes like true talent to be recognized for the stuff that you've done, regardless if you have a trophy or not. Like if people get upset about your death, and like even if you aren't like a very large actor or whatever, I think that even speaks more volumes about what kind of a person and an actor that person was. I think it's just like that kind of a thing.
All right, thank you, Jada, so much. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have tonight, guys, but stay tuned every week. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter @TheOvalTV, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.